So next up we have Turbo moving on to the pool of Track, I'm Sorry, and Drum.
Track and Turbo. Yeah. It's like the name of the truck. The Ford Turbo Track.
What? I'm sure somewhere that is copyrighted.
Yeah, it probably is. There probably already is one.
We owe somebody some money after just talking about that.
Sponsor tax.
But you know what's money? These two up here. We have Jerome with I'm Sorry. They're going to be going ahead and getting their warm-up. They're sticking with the warm-ups in the 17 folder. Hey, if you're about to play some 17s, why not go ahead and dial yourself in? And they're going to be doing Rising Fireheart. It looks like Sorry is probably going to stick with the 15, which is still not terribly off. The 15 for Rising Fireheart still is pretty dense it's still pretty dense. You know, it just kind of goes and goes. You don't get much of a place for a break besides that break that's in the middle. Other than that, you're just constantly just having to lock in, really focus on your timing on that one. And the 17, well, it's 17. I don't know what else to say about it. Take what you saw in the 15 and then add some more bursts into it that go along with the music. And that's what you get with the 17.
You can see the groove radar is really similar too. Very similar screen and voltage and chaos. Way more air on the challenge chart. This song I love this song.
I have always been a fan of this song. LEDG, Hardstyle and Gabber hits a very special place in my heart. So some good like headbang music. This is like I'm walking into a room, I'm gonna kick over the table type of music. And I aspire to be that person someday. But since we are now in this point, we're thoroughly into the 17. As we watch these two warm up, I asked it's one of my favorite questions to ask. Not necessarily what's your favorite 17, because there's so many now. We are so many versions of DDR in. What's a 17 that you've been enjoying?
None of them, because I'm extremely out of shape right now. But when I was in shape, honestly, Pluto Relinquished. I'm a foot speed guy. I love like the Terminator from old IGG officials. I love going fast. It's very enjoyable for me. So Pluto Relinquished Expert, the big long 16th runs at the end. I love just like, you know, getting through the song and being like, there's a thing at the end, there's a thing at the end, there's a thing at the end, and then you get the it's run time, and go all out for like 15 seconds of 16th notes, and then you're done. I really enjoy it.
Awesome. I personally, I've been enjoying ver.C. I love that song when it came out in Resort Anthem. I listened to it on repeat, and so when it finally dropped in DDR, I gave the big fist bump, played it, was exhausted. Eventually I ended up grinding it out enough to get a full combo, and I was just like, you know what, I'm cool with this. And then after that, I'd say Lose Your Sense is probably one of my favorite ones after that. Xenix, it's Xenix from Indonesia, their first song in DDR, and also a rhythm game player themselves. They play a wide variety of everything.
London C Challenge. Let's go. London C, one of the most relentless charts in the game. It doesn't stop. It's so many, well, 8 notes at 340, a lot of jumps. You have some crossovers. It just doesn't stop.
All right, and we are going to see them go. Here we go, the start of the pool, folks. We are on pool 19. Can you believe it? We made it this far. All right, Jerry does not have a play on London C. He does have one. He doesn't have it on the challenge. He does have it on the expert. So that's to say that he is familiar with the BPM changes that come with this Evolve song, but maybe not the nuances of the chart.
If that is the case, lucky for him, London C is the most straightforward London as far as tempo changes go. And any other kind of pro plan like shenanigans.
So right now, Sorry is still in the lead as we hit the first slowdown by about 12 GX points right now. Jerry's doing a good job of adapting even with his miss pretty early on.
Untitled is a multi-game dancing game player, big pump guy as well. I feel like you can kind of see the pump tech because he plays really wide on the pad. I don't know if he's a pump main or a DDR main. I think he plays more pump in general, but he kind of has that very wide open loose style that pump kind of makes you have. It's additional combination of arrows. The lead has flipped. Jerome is pulled ahead by about 10. But still anybody's ball game because there is a lot of jump coming in. A lot of fast turns, a lot of fast runs. And the Scoobies, oh my goodness.
And
great
Sorry
combo, ripping the Scoobies.
Sorry brings it right back. Jerry picking up some serious misses right there. So Sorry's going to take it 2008 to 1997. Sorry, 99 and 4, great full combo, 87, 1 good, and 7 misses from Jerry. 2008, 1997, those were good years. Those years weren't bad.
I think 5 of Jerome's 7 misses were in the Scoobies.
Yes.
Which I do not blame him for at all. That is nasty.
That's, as I say, that's about right.
London Evolved, fun fact, is sort of the indirect progenitor of the term Scooby, because when DDR Ace came to the US, all of us old heads started playing again, and it was Kevin Bodie, Kev Bo, Mega Man X, who saw this chart for the first time and said, what the hell is this Scooby-Doo shit?
Those are quotes. That was a direct quote, by the way.
That was a quote, yeah, a direct quote, and it was so funny that everyone was just like, oh, they're Scoobies now.
Whereas in Japan, they call them Afro steps because it's based off of Afro Nova of the same pattern. Basically where you have to step over your plant foot steps back, and you undo that and you repeat it.
Yep, you end up kind of 180-ish degrees. You have your left foot on right, your right foot on left, or vice versa.
So we are going to go to ZETA Challenge.
This chart is hard. Formerly a course exclusive. Yeah. So not even a course unlocked. You could play this in a course trial, but it was not unlockable by any means, but it was released to us with A3. Kind of reminds me of Megalara, kind of a high speed 17 with a lot of arrows, some tricky rhythms, some tricky movements, and just kind of like a kitchen sink of techniques.
Yeah.
Some step jumps, some crossovers, rhythms. Keeps you thinking.
All right, and now we go into the simulation section with the crossovers. Both of them handling it beautifully. Jerry picking up a break and a miss right there. That's giving Sorry the lead to kind of sit on a little bit.
Still holding the gold combo. 240 in and counting. Really, really clean.
All right, as you get to the freezers, this is a chance to kind of recenter. Jerry doing a good job. It's only now down by 10. So lost in the MA here. Just recentering definitely helped. And it looked like Sorry did drop a bunch of perfect right there. Still sitting on a good combo and a great. So now the lead has flipped. Jerry is ahead by about 15.
That is a really dense slowdown. And this song is very quiet too. Especially when you're on the machine, and it is pretty noisy. It is round one, but it's also full of people on other machines playing around you.
Jerry just kind of peppering in some misses right there, still maintaining the lead.
Yeah, despite the misses, Jerome's accuracy has been extremely clean. And then the EX4.
All right, here we go on the end run.
Gap closed a little bit, but not enough. 24 to JERYJURR.
Jerry with 95, 5, and 4 misses. He has a 25, 83. So now we are going to go to the card.
Yes, we are. I'm sorry, another full great combo. Really impressive stuff. See him huffing and puffing a little bit, and I do not blame him.
Yeah, to go from London C to ZETA, that's
GFCing them both.
that's determination. That's the reason why your boy is on a diet and going to the gym more so than he usually does. Because I'm trying to be like these guys, where I can breathe, plays intense 17s back to back, and not want to collapse afterwards.
Yeah.
But
The deliberation on the way.
So-
The 3 songs drawn. The 1
Yep.
veto per player, and you're playing what's left.
all right, Kid
And the
Crab,
card being
RTO.
presented, Megalara Garuda
We get to see it again.
Experts. The vetoes were Condor Challenge from I'm Sorry, and Truare Expert 16 from JERYJURR.
All right, as we were talking about earlier on, this is a favorite 17 from a lot of people,
Yes.
which is interesting because it is a challenging 16. It's a challenging 16 for a lot of people.
Yes.
That chart is not easy. It is fun, but it's also kind of tough.
Yep.
Megalara, coming from UB, where it might still be the hardest song in the game. Every single difficulty is a 10.
Oh my God.
It is a 10 on that, and it started to transition to other games. For our animal scientists out there, Megalara Garuda is the scientific name of the giant hornet.
And you're saying you can kill this song with fire.
Depending on what part of the world, save the bees, hashtag save the bees. The bees are important. You might want to punch the crap out of this hornet if you see it. You need to punch it hard because it'll take it and then it will sting you relentlessly and you'll just have a bad time. But the song bangs though.
Yeah, the song is about, I think this is the only song that is a 16 on difficult.
I think it is, yeah.
Because all the other bosses are usually Endymion over the
Yeah,
period.
they're 15s or 14s.
All 15s and 14s.
So maintaining its reputation for being incredibly challenging even on lower difficulties. We get to see this. Looks like Sorry did pick up a great pretty early on. There's still a lot of the chart to go, so that's not going to be an indication of too much. He's still maintaining on the lead. Jerry's still holding on to that PSC and put his speed up. All right, here we go. We're going to break out into these drill sections. Sorry's MA is incredible.
Very good right now.
Making up for the great that he got at the start.
There is still only 4EX behind. I mean, this is still very close. Both players crushing the ball.
3-point difference. Jerry doing an amazing job of taking advantage of the great that Sorry picked up a little bit.
Sorry slipping a little bit. Jerry keeping consistency on the MA.
All right, we are tied. We're tied. We're trading perfect.
Margin for error in the song is so thin. Oh, the triplet rhythms coming right out of the 16 so hard. There are so few songs in DDR that actually has triplet syncopation. That actually makes you do something on straight gallops.
All right, we're about to go into the slowdown. And Sorry picks up a good. Jerry taking advantage of that 10-point lead. We are hitting the end of the song. And Jerry takes it. 1939, Sorry, 1927. 12-point difference, full combo from both, 78 and 1 good from Sorry, 63 and 7 from Jerry.
Man, only a 12 EX difference. It's always, I still haven't gotten used to this. This is what the DDR tournament meta has been for like, I don't know, 3-4 years now. I mean, give or take the COVID ball at time chamber.
Yeah.
And like, I'm still not used to seeing these like low double-digit or even single-digit gaps in EX score on some of the hardest songs in the game, on 17. Songs that don't even make sense to people that were playing on DDR Extreme back in the day.
Not at all. When I talk to people outside of the community that say, I used to play DDR, I played at a high level, and I'm like, oh, the game, it's much harder now. There's so much going on.
Yeah, we have moved on.
And on top of it, this is on A3, which just came out for the masses, at least for the white cap. Some people, they didn't have it like a few months ago, if that.
Yep.
So it's impressive that a lot of people are able to go ahead and add these new songs to their meta, go ahead and skill check, you know, get these locked in with such a short amount of time. I mean, we're fortunate enough that, isn't this like the first A3 major?
Yeah. Yeah, it definitely is.
We did it. We did it.
We made it.
We did it, y'all. By the way, also, can we get some GGs in the chat for Jerry and Sorry for putting up some good-ass DDR, taking it to the wire with some intense songs at that. I mean, it's at the point now where we're going to start to see a lot more of this. We're going to start to see a lot more 2-1s, taking it to the card draw, and it's about to be a whole lot of fun. So we have Track and Turbo next up, getting their warm-up in. Turbo coming from the previous poll, as we just saw.
Yeah, we saw some crispy MA on the high speed, and he's going to need it because the two songs that they're playing, the first one is roppongi C, which is a 15, but it's 170. It's got some pretty gnarly turns in the end. And then we're seeing our good friend, DIGITALIZER. We're back.
DIGITALIZER, my old friend.
I've come to piss on you again. I should have chosen a different word there.
You said it though.
As I said it, I was like, oh no.
You can't take it back. It is there now. Somebody probably clipped it. Who knows? But we have Track going ahead and giving his warm up right now. Turbo just going ahead and just taking it on difficult. Just keep the legs a little bit warm. There's no need to gas yourself out. You've already had it set. Especially him, who's coming from a very intense set previously. So at this point, for a lot of the people who are going to be moving on to these tools, you know, if you are a contender, if you're playing out of your mind, stamina management is going to be key from here on out. Especially with this being the 15s and 17s, you're starting to see songs that no matter what your skill level, they're going to be a little bit exhausted. So stamina management is going to be a factor that you're going to have to keep in mind. Players are going to have to keep in mind from here on out.
Yeah, moving up in a pool is great, but you have to play a lot in a short period of time, and at this point in the tournament, like you said, there are no breaks. None. Every single song, even the easiest songs you're going to get, like, I don't know, what's the least stamina intensive 15? Like, Ride the Future with a bunch of 16th drills? Maybe Romancing Layer? Oh wait, no, that's a 14.
That's a 14. I got re-rated.
That's a 14 now, just kidding.
Yeah, there's not too many really easy 14s. But even if you do pick those, you're in danger of going up against someone who also is very knowledgeable about that easy 15. So then you have to play the game of, is my MA better than the other player? Am I that locked in that I can confidently play this and know that I got this on lock? So it's a balancing act. That's kind of the game that you have to play. That's the game that you have to kind of sort yourself out with at this point in the tournament. All right, so we go one row down to roppongi C. Both of them have a 99 on it, 99.3 from Turbo, 99.5 from Track. Scores pretty close to each other at this point. All right, so both of them staying hydrated, in which chat, you should too. I'm drinking tea. You should be drinking something. This is your water check. Have you had your water check yet? Stay hydrated. No one likes it when you're thirsty. When you're thirsty, you get a dusty brain and you do all sorts of dumb stuff. So here we go, chat. Roppongi C. Turbo versus Track. First match of the pool for these two. Let's get it.
Much like the other Evolve, the very beginning of Roppongi Evolve is exactly the same for all four. Coming right to the end of this section, they are all identical.
Track picked up a great on that crossover right there. I think he tried to double step it and was just a little too late. Still not too far, just only 10 EX behind.
Features some pretty quick crossover runs towards the end, some speed ups and slow downs. This is the one that goes up to 420 BPM.
Turbo's MA is pretty wild since the pool, and he's supposed to keep it up. He did pick up a string of perfects right there, and both of them handle the slowdown well. Track coming out of a miss into the slowdown. Only down by about 20 at this point. They both handle the stop section well. Turbo not letting off the gas, still maintaining about, now taking his lead to about 40 points, I think. And he picks up a string of misses and a good.
Yeah, he's forgot about that worthy stop. Not enough to slow down the Turbo.
He takes it 1485 to 1438. 38-2, one good and one miss from Turbo. All right, and Track is a little like, oh God. You can see it in his face like, come on. And now he's shaking his head like, he's like, do I have to do this one too? Like I said, y'all, your options are I'm going to be tired or I'm going to be absolutely on edge playing a song that's MA focused.
There was a pretty good MA flag on that. 998, 950. But that's definitely a low perfect count and one great. So that can do it for you. We're going by EX score. Turbo obviously extremely fresh on this song. He looked great last pool.
Track having a little bit of trouble getting his foot placement at the start of the song.
Yeah, this turn is really fast. Like 16 notes at 170, that is not to be rifled with. Jump jack coming out of triplets. Very tricky. Turbo up by 33 so far. Turbo is a man possessed right now. That is a lot of white.
Playing out of his mind right now.
My bad.
Track getting a little bit more dialed in after his stumble out of the gate. And handles that stream beautifully. Yeah, he's definitely kind of got it. He's about calibrated, although he picked up a great right there. Finding his stride. But Turbo is holding on to that lead, locked in with his MA as he has been. And he's seen him all day.
For the Turbo. And Turbo 32 again.
Jeez. 3 greats out of him. Good showing. Good showing from the two. GG's to them both. Thing about, and when you sit here at the commentator's desk and you get to watch all these people play, you notice little things, you notice little subtleties on play styles and stuff. Turbo primarily being a, there's 2 ways that people describe the play. Flat-footed or heel-toe, and then playing on your toes. Traditionally, when back in the days when the bar was discouraged, if you will. A lot of people tended to play on their toes because the balance helped and you could kind of move around the pad a little bit more. As the charting developed, became a little bit more difficult, you started to see a lot more people who heel toe. You hit the back parts of the pad with your heels, and the forefoot tends to hit the upper notes off the back. Track is a toes. He plays on his toes. Outside of, like, you know, playing it on top, outside of plants. DIGITALIZER is a pretty difficult song if you're a toe player. You have to work extra hard for a lot of those crossovers that go into some of those jumps. And you could kind of see that that was winning him. And I think that's what happened at the start. You know, he was trying to find his, I guess, his positioning to turn with his toes and hit the back arrows. And that kind of gave him some misses pretty early on. So when he figured it out, though, he locked in and we saw good things happen. So we're going to go ahead and see him back on the stage. We're going to go ahead and see him back on the stage once again. He did get locked in for that first time. So hopefully that's going to carry him into this next set.
I was just attacked by a legal tag.
It's okay. we were getting attacked by all sides, you know. Mrs. Eijiken shouting out to Tiza and I like, hey, y'all need anything? You know, you're good, you're good, you're good. No, I think you're good. Thank you, Mrs. Eijiken. Oh yes, I have forgotten. Thank you, Go60Go. I have been slipping on my Ohio facts because we are in Ohio. You know, let's see. Ohio fact. Ohio is home to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Reason being is Ohio is kind of said to be the home of rock and roll because in the 1950s on a radio station, WMMS, the Buzzard, the MC Alan Freed just played one of the first rock and roll hits on the radio and described it as, I'm going to play the song that's just rocking and rolling, and the name stuck. So because of that, the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame eventually was moved here, and every year when we announce new inductees to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, it becomes a big spectacle. There are concerts all over the city, and it's just a damn good time. We take our rock and roll quite seriously here. And all fun, of course. Lots of legendary spots such as the Grog Shop, Peabody's, that unfortunately no longer is there, but it's still legendary. So we are going to go in to our next set with the two. Starting off with Golden Arrow Challenge.
The challenge starts at an A3 to the A20 plus Golden Privilege song. Starting what seems to be the new trend, the DDR method, copying what TDX does, where you add on kind of, well, TDX doesn't add on necessarily the same number, but the hard charts for the last mix, the challenge charts in the new mix, the unlocks from 2 mixes ago become default, and then a bunch of new content comes in and a bunch of new ways to unlock them. So we've gotten that the last 3 versions now from Konami, so might be the new standard. We've gotten some pretty spicy starts out of the shoe. I have not mad yet.
All right, so Sorry now in the lead by about 23EX. Track originally had that lead and then kind of ended up getting caught on the stream section right there. But still pretty down by 20. Doing a good job of picking it back up. And I think he missed his placement on that right arrow right there.
Players playing a lot of these moves. Sorry isn't on his toes as much, but he does play with his heels up a lot and does go out to kind of the center of the panel. A little bit more so than Track does. Track is a little bit higher on his toes.
The Track dialed in right there. He's only picking up 1 great and a few perfects throughout that stream. But Sorry is going to go ahead and take that with 1730 GX. Over Track 60-92, 65-4 and 1 from Sorry.
Super impressive run. Sorry's got the massive average to do that crossover into the left-right step jump.
It's rough, dude.
There is no easy way to do that. There's no bracketing for left-right. And the pattern is swinging you around one way or the other. So you have to do the double step or kind of Afro-Nova jump. Like,
yeah.
I don't even know. Just stay crossed over and move your left foot behind you. Like I don't know. It's hard.
All right, we are going to on the bounce challenge. Not terribly difficult for a 16. This is probably going to be one that is going to be very MA focused. Both these players do play on their toes, so it's going to play a little bit to their strengths, except for some of the crossover patterns. So they're going to have to exert a little bit more effort in terms of swinging themselves to hit them. But as we see, it is playing to the strengths. They're both sitting on a ESP gold combo right now. Same score, maybe one or two perfect trading back and forth.
Sorry, tripped up a little bit. Got a bunch of perfect in the gallop section.
Track is happy to take advantage of that as we now have about a 10-point lead, and Sorry picks up a great as well.
Yeah, this song has a little bit of weird flow to it sometimes. Like a lot of sections are very nicely flowy and blend into each other well. Some sections just force double steps, and there's no real way around that. So if you get caught thinking that everything should be turned as written, you're going to end up backwards or in weird positions a lot. We saw I'm Sorry get caught by that once, but still only once. Back by 20.
Sorry picking up another break.
Sorry going all the way around for that. I suppose you don't have to double step if you're willing to just spin like that. Ooh, a really nice foot switch. Sorry in there too. But Track just got it under control right now.
Did end up missing a couple on repositioning himself off the up arrow, but he still is going to go ahead and take it. 14-37 to Sorry's 14-14. 72-10, full combo to Sorry. 43, three goods and 2 misses from Track. So we are going to go to the card draw, everyone. We are 1-1. We are going to see which one of these two goes up. Track did go 0-2 in the previous one, so a win here would put him in a pretty good position for the rest of the bracket. And he'll earn that rest, that very well-deserved rest.
We get KIMONO Princess Expert 15 with Great Ocean Challenge and Trick Machine Expert Veto. Those are good vetoes. Those sound good.
All right, we are going right down to the 15 folder. So normally this is where I say, you don't get much of an opportunity to, I guess, breathe in this one. If it's straightforward, it's going to come off to your timing. But this is KIMONO Princess. This is way more of a technical 15 than your average 15. It's not a cakewalk at all.
Yeah, it's fast, 180 beats per minute. Definitely at the point where nobody is comfortable on those 16s anymore. You can be accurate, but you're going to have to move fast. A lot of those kind of old, drawn-out 8-bill crossovers into 16s will catch you out if you're not careful. Those step jumps and jump steps, really testing your foot control.
All right, Track is using the double step or the crossover, and picking up 1 miss, but comes out of it, recovers strong, still sitting on a white combo coming out of it. Sorry, still with the gold combo, but these two were virtually tied, 2 points, bouncing back and forth between each other. They're both locked in. Looking mighty close so far. We are tied at the start of the slowdown. About 2 points difference. They both hit the top perfect.
Very big on playing the holds as written.
Both ready for the speed up handling beautifully.
can't tell if I'm sorry added a step or you didn't know the stop was there at the speed up.
But it worked out. They weren't sitting on the gold combo.
I mean, like, they're jacks either way, so you're already thinking of hitting the left arrow when you're up. But players on stage
Crash picks up the miss. Now down by 10.
I'm sorry, takes it home.
By 7, 1572 for Crash, 1579 for Sorry. 56 flat, DFC, 42, 6, and 3 misses from Track.
Yeah, that song is just fast. Everything it does, it just hits you with it. You don't really have time to prepare for it because it comes so quickly after the tech before it. Whether it's the jump steps or the crossovers, the slowdowns, you're always doing something right before you have to do something completely different.
And then on top of it, you have the stops, which the stops are about as random as they ever could be. Like they're heart attack stops where it's like, wait, oh God.
Yeah.
So yeah, it definitely takes a lot of chart knowledge for that chart. It's a skill check. That is a skill check for the 15 folder, for sure. So you saw the card picks. What do we have to look for? What do we have to look for?
One of them is a MUTEKI Buffalo Salad, which I think is second. And then, oh, nope, expert. Oh, it's expert. I missed that.
I was going to say, I'm hyped to talk about that 17.
Yeah.
That's a 17 that I find very enjoying, but that doesn't mean I have to play it and like it.
Yeah, there's a lot of charts that are like, that I find academically interesting. I'm like,
yeah,
I'm glad this is in the game. I think it's well made. I'm not going to play it though.
Academically interesting is such a good way to put it. It's like, I'm a scholar, MUTEKI Buffalo Challenge is great.
Yes.
Me in Praxis. So we're going to go right back to the 15 Turbo, playing this on Mirror. And I do believe the last time he played this, he did the same. He played this on Mirror, and it ended up working out. And I just think it's because of the fact that the way that Turbo tends to lean when he plays, he's very right foot dominant. So as you kind of saw on that stream right there, it was very right-centric, and it worked out for him in favor as he has a 3-point DX lead. But Sorry, doing amazingly. Now, just kind of keeping it between 1 to 3 points himself. So we're going to go ahead and see this straight back and forth quite a bit, I'm expecting. Probably up until the slowdown.
Yeah, you're going to have to switch speed to the up-down jumps in that section. You have 16 throws and then start from the opposite foot. Both players, they have a nice easy. Now a long jack-heavy slowdown.
Still sitting on the CSP for both. Impressive showing from both of them so far. Just 4 points difference. And Sorry picks up his first break right there.
And second. Got two kind of almost back-to-back on set up.
Turbo picking up his first rate on the left side of that grill section right there.
Still really close. Turbo by about 6.
Turbo picks up a stream of grades, so that gives Sorry a 3-point lead, but that's now being clawed back as we're just trading lead back and forth. Turbo up by 4. Gonna come really close. Eyes open, chat. Eyes open. Anything can happen. We got it! Oh! We got a tie. We got the tie.
Right at the very end.
68-4 from Sorry. 56 and 10.
Sorry had it, got a couple of grades. Turbo had it, got a bunch of grades. Oh, closing the EX gap in a flash.
Chat, are you awake? You need to, I hope you are awake. This is mwah, beautiful, beautiful. Amazing stuff. We got a tie, guaranteed card draw at the end of it. We're gonna go into our next time. We're gonna dip right back to the 17 folder with ÆTHER. Man, that was great. It was very turbo dominant up until that last stream of the slowdown, in which we had a stream of grades that just gave Sorry enough gap to bringing that back, and then after that, it was just, you know, they're trading blows for the rest of the rest of those patterns. Oh my God. I need to breathe.
Yeah.
I need to breathe. Unfortunately, we're playing ÆTHER, which breathing is not something you get to do on this song.
No, not so much.
Great deal of this song moves at, I think, 320 BPM.
No, it's like 380.
That's not 380. Yeah, that's 380. I'm sorry.
It's like 192 to 384 or something kind of a little weird, but very streamy. Some stepped up sections and a couple of slowdowns, a couple of quick stops as well. This is another chart that like I look at and I'm like, oh, this is kind of fun with like the stupid bits that I play and I'm like, oh, I'm tired. Repeating step patterns will slow down and ease up. Players picking up grace on that on both sides. I don't know about you, but my brain always tells me to slow down when it's going to be easier. I'm like, oh, it's the break because it's slower now. And in songs like ÆTHER, it's like, no, this is not really any easier than the rest of the time.
Not at all, but we're going to speed up. Sorry, with a pretty good lead right now by about 40 EX points. Still maintaining a full combo. Turbo, however, coming out of that slowdown and absolutely great M8. Only picked up about 3 perfects so far in LC4. You get some miss right there. I think he just didn't plant enough on that jump.
Those are really fast jumps. I'm sorry, just crushed that ending.
2056 full combo.
Sorry, I've gotten very few misses in this pool. A lot of GFCs of 17s and harder songs. Ooh. Triple Journey.
And Legend of Max X Special.
Ooh.
That's a spicy set right there.
Triple Journey, very high BPM streamy nonsense. 190. I mix the triples up in my head a lot. Triple cross, triple journey, what's the third one?
You said there's triple journey,
triple cross, and then there's the I have my songs to repeat.
Yes, triple journey, triple cross.
Triple counter.
Triple counter. The ones that are like not necessarily related to each other, but we like to say that they are because the charting is like hilariously similar in some ways.
Similar 190 BPM. It's also very satisfying to just follow the video.
Speaking of which, I'm seeing a lot of Iowa things in the chat. How is Iowa doing on this college football? By the way, I forgot to mention, I always do this. Happy college football / actual football Saturday, everyone.
We might have read the wrong card. Because this was not on.
This is not on it. Well, we looked at the wrong card.
I will get an update. But we're starting with Poppin Soda. High BPM, a lot of step jumps.
We saw this earlier on last fall. This is, as I said, this is one of the songs in the over 200 folder. That being said, with it being 200 BPM, it's going to throw a lot of these patterns really quickly at you. So this ends up being a foot speed play for a lot of it. You get a lot of these kind of 8 runs, these 8 skips that go into the 16 first. And oh, there's the step jump. And track having a little bit of trouble kind of like readapting to a lot of that.
JERYJURR got it locked in on the other side. Track sending is hanging in there, but just a lot of grades, a lot of misses. Grades were 2 perfects, misses were 3. Goods also were 3. You gotta work twice as hard to catch up to the grade.
Jerry is not making it easy. Still sitting on that CSP. A 40-point EX lead right now. Really locked in. Track. Still working on this. Still doing great. Nailing that turn right there.
This chart's really fun. I really enjoy it. Quick little 16 feels good. When you nail them, you're just like, oh. Also, I gotta admit, I'm a sucker for speed testing. I think it's funny.
All right, Jerry takes it 18-15. PFC, track 1742.
Holy.
21 out of Jerry. Jeez.
That is really impressive.
All right, so we're gonna go to the deck stall track, lining it up, and oh my God, we're gonna go to Emera challenge.
Spicy.
I like to disguise some of the streams as like their windshield wiper patterns as you go from one side, and then your plant leg somehow ends up crossing over and then wax on, wax off. So that's what your legs are wax oning and wax off the entire time in this chart.
I like that.
But yeah, this is one of those. I like to say that Emera is basically the chart that is the gateway to the upper echelon of competitive DDR play. When you start to get into the 17 and 18s, Emera is one of those charts that comes up in a card, and you need to know how to do it.
Yep. Much more comfy BPM than a lot of the 17s. There's a good mix now, but 17s tend to have that higher BPM push. And we're much more comfy, but way less comfy with the patterning.
Yes.
Really tricky crossover.
It trades the more comfortable BPM for your trades the crossover pattern. So it's a lot easier to time, but it takes quite a hit on your stamina. You just have to stay focused. And Jerry is doing just that, staying quite a bit focused on it. Still sitting on the PFC. Track did pick up a miss. However, he started off really strong. His MA is so good that he's only down by a little less than 10 points.
Yeah, Track is holding on to a decent lead. And just kind of lost a little bit of control.
Yeah, that step jump pattern is raw.
So fast. Jerry by 27.
All right, Track breaking 1600 EX as we get to the end of the song. And Jerry takes it. 1794 full combo. Track 1748. With an absolutely exhausting set for the two of them. Jerry with 55 and 1 great, so flagging it with a very impressive score. This is there's 3 people whose fate is going to be determined by this set. 2 of them are right here. Sorry is going to be sitting here watching, throwing up the prayers to see if he continues on or if he is just going to be hanging out with us for the rest of the tournament.
Yep.
Either way.
If you are a Sorry fan, you're pulling for Turbo now, because that forces the song win tiebreaker. If you're a Turbo fan, you're also rooting for Turbo right now.
As a Cleveland Browns fan, I'm very used to that. I'm very used to our fate for moving on into the playoffs being determined by someone else. What? Legend of Max X Special? Chat, here we go.
Oh, this was the card we saw last time.
Yes. All right. special recharge from the DDR series, Legend of Max, substantially more difficult. Adds a little bit more flavor into a lot of the more subtle parts of Legend of Max. As you kind of see here, Jerry still sitting on a PFC, but Turbo's MA is so crisp that he's actually in the lead.
There's a lot of kind of janky patterning in this song. A lot of stuff that you have to double step or foot switch. A lot of coming into or out of jumps in kind of unintuitive ways if you're reading fast. You don't really have a choice but to read fast in this song because it goes at 330.
And we're tied at the threes. Jerry overstepping a little bit outside of the speed up. Turbo is able to go ahead and take the lead.
Turbo has a really nice mix with
section. Anywhere, here we go, eyes open. Oh! What points?
1 point. Same perfect count. Jerry with one more great and one more miss, but 2 goods from Turbo.
Oh my goodness, oh my goodness.
And a reminder, goods and misses are worth the same in the XOR.
Not making this easy. And we are coming back to Triple Journey.
JERYJURR, 1 song away from winning the pool. Turbo hoping to hang in there, force that chance tiebreaker. Going to the card draw.
All right, Chad. Jerry sitting here, you know, mapping out the calculations, trying to set his BPM appropriately. Turbo is locked in. And I'm sure does not mind having a little bit of extra second to catch his breath, get his footing.
Yeah, Triple Journey, it just has so much. It's just a lot of 16th notes at 190. You just start hitting them the whole song. Big long runs in the end, and candle runs no less. So you're going that, you know, kind of opposite staircases back and forth. A lot of movement. Big test of stamina and speed. And I just took a look at the song records. There is no way for IMSORRY to make it out of the pool because Jerome is
now 5.
immutably ahead. Yeah, now has 5 song rates, so there's no way to fall behind IMSORRY on that. So this is just between Jerome and Turbo.
Here we go. Jerry's still sitting on the CSP, but just like last time, Turbo, his MA is so good that he's actually not terribly far behind, but his song has so much going on for it. So it can be anyone's game, especially when it comes to that final screen.
Jerry with another really long chord combo. I think almost every song we've seen him play, he kept the gold combo for the first couple hundred arrows, and then started to have a little bit of trouble later in the song. But he's got some room. 27 in. A big run.
There it is. Jerry ends up taking it, moves on out of the pool with his full combo of 1837, 27 and 1. Turbo,
27, perfect. My goodness.
and Turbo, 1804, 47 and 6 with a miss. Turbo putting on an amazing run from the previous pool. Now gets to chill, relax, ice the legs, have a drink. Absolutely, he earned it. Chat, did you enjoyed that? Because that was some good ass DDR. I liked it. I had fun. We got to see a tie. We got to see a crazy tie, actually. That tie was amazing on MUTEKI Buffalo. Can I get GGs to that pool? Show some love to all the competitors from that pool. We had Turbo, Jerome, Sorry, and Track. It was such a good time. GGs to them. Thank you for blessing us with some good ass DDR.